second chapter of The Will to Live. Be careful. I'm going to do a little shimmy dance. But yeah, I'm not gonna, the silver chapters are gonna be ass, but the gold chapters, when you get them, they're gonna be scripted, they're gonna have nice music, it's not gonna be boring, looking stupid, I won't have to go, act like, really dumb. You're gonna sound clear and concise, and you're gonna be like, oh my god. Yeah, so this is the first one. The silver one's gonna be out, and these are gonna be fun things, and then my opinions, and then the gold ones are just gonna be completely clean, and there's no mistakes, because mistakes are cringe. So, okay, guys, back to the video. Well, okay, guys, remember, this chapter has trigger warnings, and I'll tell guys, this chapter has trigger warnings. I'll tell you before and after they happen, so can you skip it? Missions Sue C D. This chapter is a bit cringe, but it'll get better, I promise, said the author. Wow, I can read it very nicely, I see. Peridot woke up and sat up in her bed. She went to the balcony of her house. She put her hands on the rail. She looked at the sky, at the grass below her. The trees had bright green leaves. The people walking, the cars passing by, the sky turning dark orange and purple and yellow, the sun setting. A world as pretty as this doesn't deserve to have someone like me. She grabbed her phone from her pants pocket and went to a group chat with all her friends and texted goodbye. She played music on her phone and closed her eyes, ignoring the buzzing text alert. Garnet looked at her phone and read goodbye. She whispered Peridot. She quickly texted, don't do it, no balls. She should have said don't do it, no balls. I'm so fucked up. I'm coming over and you better be there. Pearl, Stephen, and Amethyst walked into the room. Get in the car now. Stephen, you stay here. I don't want you to see whatever happens. Garnet grabbed her keys. She looked up, but Garnet, is she going to be alright? He said softly. Don't worry, we'll take care of her. Alright, let's go. Everyone except Stephen ran outside, getting into the van. Yeah, you'll take care of her. You'll just be driving off the sidewalk. I'm so mean. Garnet got in the driver's seat and put her seatbelt on, quickly putting the keys in and slamming her foot down on the gas pedal. She sped her way to Peridot's house. Pearl and Amethyst were all sobbing with tears streaming down their cheeks. More so Pearl. I'm not losing you, Garnet said to herself. She honked at people to get them to go out of the way. Garnet was doing her best to keep her composure. She didn't want to upset the others by being upset. She was the one who was always calm. She was trying to get to Peridot's house as fast as possible before it was too late. ... Lapis was walking home from going to get her... What? Lapis was walking home from going to get her hair redyed. It was been a while since she redyed her hair, and her natural black was showing. It was now Saturday, meaning no school. She looked at her Instagram and she was walking to her house, and she seeing pictures of her friends and some of Jasper. There were also some of Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, Sapphire, Ruby, Stephen, and some of Peridot, though she didn't know any of them. Lapis didn't know why, but she always found herself looking at the blonde. Yesterday, they had locked eyes for just a small second. It made her heart flutter. She hasn't felt her heart do that in a long while. Her eyes were emerald green, with dark outring and yellow dots scattered around them. They were beautiful, the most gorgeous pair of eyes she's ever seen. The ones she didn't fear. Like, honestly, I understand why you said they're emerald green, but like, Like, why didn't you Peridot? Peridot's green. Like, it's pretty cool gemstone. It's also cheap as fuck. So it's perfect. But, yeah. So, yeah, like, I understand why it sounds better, but yeah. She smiled as she looked at the picture of Peridot. Lapis had sketched and painted the blonde many times, but could never get her eyes right. But now that she got a good look at them, maybe she could finally get it right. Okay, I've drawn Peridot, and I have to agree, those eyes are a fucking bitch and a half. Drawing Peridot is fucking hard with the eyes. The eyes are the hardest part, because, you know. As she was walking, she heard music start to play. She slowed down her pace until she stopped walking altogether and looked up from her phone. She looked to both sides of both of her sides, seeing no one until it looked up. Peridot, trigger warning. Trigger warning, guys. You get a trigger warning, and it's been over a minute, so I'm gonna read it. Peridot opened her eyes, climbed on top of the railing. She slowly extended her arms to the side and closed her eyes. No more bullies, no more Jasper, no more mom, no more depression, no more pain. She thought as she leaned forward, nervously but as ready as one could be before dying. Lapis' eyes widened as she saw Peridot extend her arms. She quickly went to the front door and pushed all her weight onto it, breaking the door open and looking from any stairs. She spotted the stairs and ran up. She went to the farthest door in the hallway. It was open. She assumed it was Peridot's room. She went to the balcony and grabbed Peridot's hand just as she started to fall. Grabbing on with both her hands to get a good grip. She wrapped her legs around the poles of the railing and tried her best to pull Peridot up, but it was too hard. Peridot opened her eyes and looked up, looking at the brunette's blankly. She looked down at the ground and she closed her eyes, hoping to eventually fall out of her arms. She didn't want to suffer from troubles of life anymore and had no will to live. That's the name of the story, guys. Cool. Garnet pulled up to Peridot's house, and they all quickly got out of the van and ran into the house and went upstairs. They got through the hall, through the bedroom, before going to the balcony. They grabbed onto Peridot and pulled her up and over the railing. She sat down on the floor, and they all went around Peridot. Lapis fell back and looked over at them as they surrounded Peridot. She wondered why Peridot would try to jump and end her life. She had so much potential with her grades and could probably just get a chance to be something big in life, something grand. Trigger warning ended. Suddenly, she was met with emerald green eyes. Why did you go up the... Peridot pulled her head onto her shoulder. She hesitantly put her arm around Peridot. I got you. She rubbed Peridot's cheek with her free hand. She ran through the blonde's hair. It's okay. Peridot didn't really know what she was doing, but found herself wanting to be close to the mocha skin girl. I had milk and cookies. Sorry for the burp. Garnet looked at the two. What is she doing? Pearl asked. She's copying a feel. Garnet answered she must be in shock. Her instincts are controlling her actions. I don't think she wants to be with us right now. But, Pearl said, but Amethyst interrupted. We don't even know her. Garnet interrupted. Amethyst, we should go. And with that, the group went back to the van and went home. Some of them went begrudgingly. Pearl. Lapis was starting to get cold. She picked up Peridot and went inside. She put Peridot on the bed and kneeled in front of her. I'll be right back, and I'm going to get some food and some water and food. Okay, Peridot nodded slowly in response. Hugging her knees, Lapis stood and went downstairs. The wall was pasty yellow. There were pictures of women with yellow hair and a woman with blue hair and a woman with white hair. There was a table against a wall with pictures. The yellow-haired girl, but the one in the middle, that had 3 women standing around a pink-haired predator was often to the side, off to the side. She looked around, spotting the kitchen and going towards. She opened the fridge and grabbed a water bottle, put one in the counter. She looked in the pantry and found bread along the peanut butter and jelly. She put next to water, looking down the drawers until she found a knife. She grabbed 2 slices and opened the peanut butter, scooping out and putting it on a slice of bread and spreading it around. She opened the jelly and did the same. She better have changed that knife. That is disgusting if she hasn't changed that knife. The jelly and the peanut butter stay separate until it gets into the bread, or it's that swirly peanut butter and jelly cup thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know. She put the knife in the sink and cleaned it. Putting it back where she found it, she grabbed the sandwich she made, the water bottle she found. She went upstairs and sat next to Peridot, putting the water bottle on the bed. I made you a PB&J. I hope you didn't mind looking through your kitchen. She nervously chuckled and scratched the back of her neck. Without saying a word, Peridot grabbed the PB&J, starting to take little bites out of it. Lapis looked. The small blonde smiled. She's childish and it's adorable. And after a few minutes, Peridot had finished the sandwich and drank about half the water. Why did you save me? She looked up at the brunette. You didn't even know me. Are you the girl from school? Lapis looked. Why? Because no one deserves to die so young. You don't deserve to die. You're smart and you have a great personality. I may not know you, but I can tell you your style. I heard people call you Peridot. I'm guessing that's your name. And yeah, I'm the girl from class. My name is Lapis Lazuli. She softly smiled. Wow, this is the most cringe thing I've just. I'm not. The story's not cringe, but Oh my god, bro. Like, you know what? I don't care anymore. What my oh no, I fucked up. I fucked up my back. No, but like, yeah. You know what? My friends see this. I don't care. They know this. Peridot nodded softly, and she leaned on the Lapis' shoulder and closed her eyes. Lapis smiled lightly and blushed. She slowly laid back, grabbing the blanket and putting it over the two. This is a cringe. I need to fucking get gold. This is like, my voice acting is not good. I'm reading it weird. I am sorry, but once the silver editions are out, the gold editions will come in and I clean up all my messes. This is just, I don't care. My friends see it. I don't care if my friends see this unfinished, not unfinished, but like, not perfected thing. There's no, it's, this is to get everything done and then just get the story in my head and flowing. She looked at the blonde, taking in her features. Her blonde, fluffy hair, the freckles on her small nose, her round chin, her big round eyes that were emerald, her small thin lips, her small frame and short limbs, her soft body was bony, toned with hands with fingernails painted black. Soon after, Lapis found herself falling asleep again. This is the author. Another 1,500 words. How are you? How are you, dears? Don't forget to vote, comment, share, and add to your reading list. I have this on my reading list. Speaking of which, you guys fucking love this. Story's great. I'm not doing it justice and cringe because it's fucking cringe. My fucking voice is, and you know how dead I sound. But yeah, once this get the gold release and get time to actually edit like a big structured video and get myself in the schedule and like be able to read clearly and for longer, because I've noticed that I've gotten better since last video because I've been like making way less mistakes, but I also do engage in a different add-on. But yeah, please, actually, speaking of which, vote, comment, share, and add your readings. This is good. This is really good. Thank the author again for giving me permission to read this. This is just phenomenal. I'm gonna finish reading this entire thing because sadly it has ended. And I've talked to the author. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure if she's still making lapdog content, but this was phenomenal. Yep. So, see you next. Actually, I'm gonna give you one preview of the next chapter's name. Chapter 2, surprise, the Luna is in your bed. Edit. Chapter 3, edited. Best gem. Technically the best gem. I'm not gonna. The best gem. Okay, guys. It really depends on your taste. Like, if you want a dummy mommy that can crush your balls, just use fucking white diamond or blue diamond. Like the diamonds are just the best. Okay, honestly, and then Peridot. Is on a different level. You want personality. You want personality. You want a Peridot. Lapis. I'm not sure. She's very toxic. Wait a minute, she's a Hello Kitty girl. What up? I'm talking about great S tier. Lapis is S tier. All of them are S tier. Well, guys, that was the preview. So you guys get the chapter name, but you can also read along. Yep. So, literally.